Most homeowners worry about getting a warning letter for weeds in the yard or leaving their trash bins out too long. But for James, a retired Navy SEAL living quietly in his small suburban home, things escalated into a nightmare the moment the HOA decided to send their so-called HOA cops to enforce their rules. It happened late at night. James was sitting on his porch with a cup of coffee when his door suddenly exploded inward. A group of men in black tactical vests stormed in, shouting, "You're in violation of HOA Code 14B, his offense," small American flag he had mounted on his front porch without prior approval. James didn't panic. He'd seen real combat. These weren't trained professionals, just a group of power-hungry enforcers playing soldier with cheap gear and fake authority. Still, they smashed his property, shoved him against the wall, and threatened to fine him thousands of dollars. James kept calm, let them rant, and silently memorized every face, every detail of their so-called operation. By sunrise, James had made a single phone call. Not to the police, no. He had friends with a very different kind of training. Within 48 hours, 3 of his old SEAL teammates arrived. Men who had once fought alongside him in hostile territories. This wasn't just about a flag. It was about intimidation. And James wasn't about to let his community live in fear of a wannabe militia running there. HOA, the SEAL team, didn't kick down doors or break laws. Instead, they used surveillance, patience, and precision. They quietly followed the HOA cops, gathering video evidence of their illegal raids and extortion tactics. It turned out, the HOA board had been pocketing fines and using their enforcers to bully residents into compliance. When James and his team finally confronted the HOA headquarters, it wasn't with fists, it was with facts. They walked in calmly, dropped a thick file of evidence on the table, and informed the board that federal investigators were already watching. Within days, arrests were made. The so-called HOA cops were charged with breaking and entering, personating law enforcement, and racketeering. Neighbors hailed James as a hero, but he just shrugged it off. "I didn't do anything special," he said. "I just handled it the way a SEAL knows how, by protecting my home and my community." For the first time in years, the neighborhood felt safe again. The flag still flew proudly on James's porch, untouched, untaken, and now legally protected. This story is just the beginning. There is so much more ahead. Subscribe to the channel to join me on this journey.